Hi folks, I'm Kirk, or GeNo, and I've been reading up a whole lot on DayZ, and I thought I'd check it out. I used to play a lot of ArmA II, so a mod which really takes advantage of the huge open world nature of the ArmA II engine is definitely something I want to check out. This is the first real time I've been able to get a good session in. There is definitely problems with servers at the moment. It's very difficult to get on a server. Often you'll find that you're connecting, waiting, and the best advice I can give at the moment is when you get into a situation where you're waiting for the server to respond, give it at least 10 minutes, because sometimes you will get in, and apparently in terms of server load on their end, it's best if you don't just keep hammering it. You probably don't really do yourself any favors. Kind of look at it as you're taking yourself to the back of the queue. If you connect, only give it a second and then, you know, hop out and connect somewhere else. So I've been watching a few different playthroughs, and I don't think people have really been taking a whole lot of time to explain what some of the different graphics are down the side. So I thought I'd do that whilst I'm still trying to find my bearings. So down the right hand side, coming up from the bottom, you've got a food indicator, which over time you'll get more hungry and you'll need to eat things such as meat or baked beans. Blood, which when it has a white flashing cross over it means you're bleeding out, and there's also a blood indicator in the debug monitor. You've got your water. Fairly self-explanatory. You can fill up different caskets with water from wells and such. You used to be able to fill it up from the ocean, but I believe that's no longer possible, and that kind of makes sense. Got a temperature gauge, which I think if it gets too cold, you need to find a way of warming up. And you've also got like a mask there, which I think if you're somebody that kills a lot of people, that face will turn angry, and maybe we'll find out as we go on. So in terms of the air and sight, I think it's just a case of how visible and noisy you're being at the time. Zombies do react to loud sound, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on that, because they are the sort of 28-day later style zombies that will pelt it after you. In the debug monitor, you've got like a summary of how many zombies you've killed, headshots, murders, i.e. other players that you've killed, and bandits. I think if you're somebody that kills other players quite a bit, you become a bandit. And if you kill those people, they notch up the bandits killed mark. So blood, how much blood have I got? And I'm full at the moment. Zombies, I'm not sure if this is zombies in the server or zombies in the area, the current temperature, and my name. So, you know, it looks like maybe the sun's just rising. I don't have a compass or anything at this time, so I'm really just doing my best to try and find out where I am, what I should be doing. The first objective really is to try and find some items to help me survive. You start with a variety of things like baked beans and such, and it looks like I'm already running into trouble. I see a signpost that might give me a heads up as to where I am. It's not in English, but let's deal with this chat first. So the first thing I do is try and shoot him steadily to figure out, for this particular gun, how many shots is it going to take. So I know from experience that wording there is some town called like Electro something or other, sort of Electro Zavodosk or something or other. And I'm not too sure why that zombie made sort of a human sound. I think it was me, because I am bleeding out, so I need to bandage myself up. You need to do this from the inventory. So you are very vulnerable whilst you're getting open your gear and your backpack and pulling out a bandage and applying it. So I'm deciding to head west, where I believe there is a city called Chernogorsk. So again, another zombie. As you can see, they run up to you. I'm trying the 3 shots, but it didn't seem to work. Maybe I missed one. This is a hardcore server, so I'm not able to go into third-person view or see any crosshairs. I think it's either hardcore or veteran mode. This is a mode that's carried over from ArmA itself. So zombies occasionally have some items on them, so I'm just going to check them out and see what's what. This didn't work the first time, so I needed to do it again. It is still a little buggy, but for me it's still perfectly enjoyable. The ArmA II engine itself, irrespective of this mod, does take some time to sort of tweak and find the right settings to get you the optimal experience, and I can share my settings with you in another video if that's what people want. So rather than waste my ammo, I'm trying to run away, but I can hear him behind me, and I'm just sort of hoping, is he? Oh, yeah, he's caught up with me. 3 bullets, did it work? It worked that time. So I think if I hit each time, 3 bullets is good for this gun, which, again, 3 shots fired, you know, it's a very noisy experience, so I want to do my best to try and steer clear of taking so many shots if I can, but there's little choice I have in this sort of weapon. So this town, I think, is Chernogorsk, which is one of the bigger towns on the map. And if you're not familiar, it's essentially a huge continent that will take you hours to walk across if you wanted to. So this is just one of the many towns, and towns are generally where the best loot is. So I'm just trying to take a look, get ready with direct communication. So there's different communication modes in this game, and direct communication is really sort of in the area. So if somebody was in front of you, you would talk to them using direct communication. At the moment there is a global channel which you can switch to. I think it's only a temporary thing because there are some bugs with direct communication right now, which means that occasionally it doesn't work. So in the future, global communication, I believe, is something that would be off for this mod. So I find myself a house, and I'm going to close the door and hope that that keeps me safe, and check out what loot we have. So this is a typical pile of stuff that you might find. So an empty soda can, didn't really think it's any useful. Lee Enfield mag, which is ammo for the Lee Enfield. Coke, again, water, good to have because you will get thirsty. Now I picked up the Lee Enfield mag. As you can see, there's a few fellas outside here that I'm just trying to be cautious of. But as I was saying, I picked up the Lee Enfield mag because I know that some players have asked to trade with me for it before. I've never come across an actual Enfield rifle myself, so I picked it up and thought, hey, you never know, I might be able to trade. So I know it's revolver rounds, and I'm aware the revolver is a good gun, so let's pick it up. And I do struggle with the inventory system here a bit. It's a little bit clunky, so apologies. I get better as time goes on. So I can hear a zombie, and there's a guy outside there, and I thought, well, I did close the door, so I'm safe, right? Peek around the corner, see what I can find. Sounds like he's coming closer. And I know from experience that the engine can be a little bit buggy with doors, and he is just sort of angering his way through the door, biting his way through, and he's in. He didn't even open the door. So 2 bullets, 3 bullets, and he's down. Now that one's come in, I've shot my weapon. It's going to attract more. So I'm like, are they coming in? I need to get this loot. Is that close? Is that not? Oh, there's somebody's in. Close the inventory. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In the head. And I get my first headshot. I'm like, well, it sounds relatively quiet now. Let's try and open the bag again. So again, revolver ammo. I hear the revolver is a good gun, so I want to take that. I'm going to start loading this into my backpack. Makarov is what I have at the moment. And there wasn't really anything else on the zombies that I wanted. Steel bolt for the crossbow, but I don't have a crossbow, so I can't bother with that right now. Let's take a peek outside. I gotta say, I love the ambient music in this. It really sort of sets the tone. I know it irritates some people, but... So I'm trying to just take a peek around town and see if there's any other survivors that I can sort of catch wind of. So rather than go straight down the road where the zombie was, I'm going to try and crouch and go through the foliage and kind of come in through the back way a bit. I can hear zombies, so I'm just trying to back up a little bit, make sure they're not behind me, and carry on. Just Trying to zoom in a bit here and see if I can spot anyone, see any houses that I might be able to go into which may contain loot, and see if there's any survivors. Plenty of zombies over there. So I'm just going to move in a little bit closer. Again, I can hear the zombie who's just pelting it down there, and it looks like he tripped and fell over. Are you going to get up? I don't decide to wait. I decide I'm just going to move a little bit further away and hope he doesn't get back up. Again, looking for a house that I might be able to get into, being conscious of the zombies. Bingo. So typically, if there's a building that you are able to go inside, there will be windows that you can sort of see through, and it's fairly obvious. Buildings that look quite shut up, like those on the right, really are not something that you're going to be able to go into, which is unfortunate, but the bigger cities there are, the more buildings you can go into. So sometimes there is loot to be had inside these sort of shacks, so I'm just trying to take a little look here and see if I can see anything, but I can't. So again, I want to, I've decided now I want to make my way to that house. So I'm just trying to slowly walk over there, see what sort of path our friend over there takes to see if I can get a safer route. And Captain Jumpy is hopping his way over the front door as well, so I'm just biding my time, reloading, making sure I'm as prepared as I can be should any confrontation come up. In the middle of the road is not a safe place, as you're sort of very visible, so I'm just trying to slowly make my way across quietly, not to attract any unwanted attention. Just wait for him to hop along so I can get inside this house. So a great feature is to hold down the left Alt key and you can carry on walking and look around. So this is something that I tend to do quite a lot, so I can continue to make progress and check my surroundings. So I've managed to make it into the front of the house. Unfortunately, the doors are not lockable, not that it made much difference anyway earlier. So that room's empty. So I'll take a look around in here. Do we have anything good? Tin cans. And there's some loot. Let's have a look. So bandages, always a good thing to have. Because I haven't opened my backpack, it's replaced other items, so I really need to start loading up my backpack. So I pick up another water bottle. Water is always a good thing to have. I grab the road flare, again leaving the steel bolt. I don't have the crossbow. Now the road flares, they do illuminate things incredibly well, and it's bright and red, useful at night, but as it's not night I don't need to use it just yet, but it's good to be prepared because it will become nighttime eventually. The game actually runs on a 24-hour clock, and it's based on the time zone that the server thinks it's in. So if you're playing on a UK server, when it's night outside your window, it should be night inside the game. At the moment, night is extremely dark, almost unplayable really unless you start playing with gamma settings. I think it's something that may change in the future, but we'll see. So I'm looking for my next target, and there it is. Nice multi-story place. You can see that there's 2 stories at least accessible. Ladders are generally a good thing as well, which means you should be able to go up those ladders. So I want to make my way over there now and see what's inside that building. Again, just checking around. Try to look on the roofs to see which ones might be accessible via ladders or other means. Generally those with pointy roofs, you can't get on top of them. So I don't know who or what is inside this building, so I'm just going to be very quiet as I can to get in. Not announce my presence too much, but unfortunately, even though I am walking, I'm pretty darn loud. So a lovely revolver. This is the first time I've ever got one in the game, and it absolutely cocked up my inventory. So I've dropped all my Makarov ammo, so I'm just going to need to fiddle around a bit here and see, right, what loot do I need to hold on to? What can I do without? So again, the Lee Enfield mag, I'm hoping you might be able to trade them at some point, but I'm not too sure. I'm thinking, do I try and hold on to the Makarov because I don't know how much revolver ammo I'm going to come across? I definitely need a weapon of some kind. It's really just not that clear. So I'm thinking, right, pick up all the Makarov ammo I can, and let's see what else is in the room. So, camping tent. Never used one before. It's got to be useful. So I will nab that and see what use it can come to later on, should I survive long enough to use it. So, some more items over here. Looks like a can of pop or some food. Yeah, it's a Pepsi. They have Coke and Pepsi in the game. If you're fussy, you can always just pick up the Coke. So, brilliant. Some more revolver ammo. I need to grab that. And again, I'm like, can I hold on to the Makarov and still carry on picking up things, still playing with the inventory system? To kind of paint you a picture, items on the right, so the numbers on the right-hand side is sort of your count of that item in the inventory space you're looking at. You're either looking at your main inventory or you're looking at your bag. And the number on the left is if you are looting a corpse or another bag or some stuff on the floor, how much stuff is in that space. So I've just, looks like I'm looking at a pack at the moment. I'm deciding what do I need to have inside the bag. So at the moment I'm looking at my bag and deciding what I want to put in it. So again, I've dropped a load of ammo, just reloading. Right, revolver ammo is now in the right slot. I can load my gun. Makarov mags are on the floor. Am I going to pick them up? I'm not too sure. I think I'm deciding I will take them with me because I have the space right now, but I'm not going to take the Makarov. And I'm like, should I? Shouldn't I? Put them back down. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to place my bets on the revolver. And again, you know, I'm struggling here to decide what to do. And with the inventory system, I understand it a bit better now, but yeah, this is pretty painful stuff. Right, I'm set, and I'm looking to explore more of this downstairs area. Let's check this room. Anything in here? I've already got a great gun. Getting stuck in the doorway. My backpack full of loots. Oh, looks pretty clear. Let's check in the corners. Having a look around in here. So, soda cans. And there's a bag. Something will be in the bag. What's in the bag? Makarov mag. Don't want it. Just trying to take a look outside, listen for any activity, because I do feel pretty vulnerable at the moment. Just checking the other end of the building now. It looks to be some sort of a school maybe, or office. Again, some loot's on the floor. What do we got here? Can of pasta, a chem light, which is basically a glow stick, and some heat packs. Heat packs will help you if you are cold and stuck somewhere. Deciding, should I take the chem light? I opt not to. I think they really give away your position hugely. And I've already got some road flares, so I'm going to hold on to the road flares for now. Again, taking a look outside, looks pretty clear, so I decide to head on upstairs. Some more loots. What have we got here? Brilliant. More revolver ammo. This is making me feel even better about my decision not to take the Makarov, and a compass. The first time I've ever come across a compass, which will help me really plot my journey if I want to head north, maybe to the airport or something like that. That will really help me along my way. I don't have a map. The sun at the moment is very bright, so it's sort of blocking out the compass, but you can see there it is. and I'm facing north there. I didn't take the time to calculate sort of if it was getting lighter or darker using the compass, but I think it's getting lighter because it seemed pretty dark when I spawned. So there's like a balcony out there you can go on. Bit of a strange thing to have, honestly, in this building, but useful to just check out what's going on around. So I'm checking outside now, seeing what's going on. Anybody around? Even the zombies have gone inside, it seems. So it looks pretty safe. So, more road flares and a Coke. Coke is a good thing to have. Again, as you can see on the right hand side, I'm no longer fully fed and not thirsty in any way. I am now slightly thirsty, slightly hungry, but it's not worth wasting the food on. So you can see there the barbed wire in front of the, looks like a convenience store. You can get that item where you can sort of barricade yourself in and keep yourself safe from unwanted company. So obviously somebody has done that at some point. Whether they are still in there, I don't know. So it looks pretty quiet around town at this point. So I decide to ascend to the next floor and come across a vest pouch, and I'm thinking, can I strap this around myself for extra inventory space? If so, fantastic. So I play around with this for a while, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, is it something I can take? And so I take it, and then my current pack goes on the floor, and I'm like, well, which is better? So it looks like the vest pouch has 6 slots, as you can see, 6 out of 6 at the top there. And the patrol pack, and I'm trying to figure out, has 8 slots. So I'm kind of like, okay, it looks like maybe the patrol pack has more space anyway, so I don't necessarily want this. I kind of question, why is a smaller pack in the game? Why, when you start with something with 8 slots, would you pick up something with 6 slots? But I have seen videos of people get held up and I have to drop all their items. So you never know. Maybe somebody decided not to suicide, which again is something that the developers have said. Suiciding just to sort of get better spawn points and stuff is really not cool. It really puts a strain on the server, and as it takes forever to get in, I really would take their guidance on that and just live with any dodgy spawns, you know, roll with the punches. So I'm walking around, taking a look around, again looking for survivors, checking if the coast is clear. Do I want this bandage? Have I got any space in my backpack? I do, so bandage is always a good thing. Again, I'm like, the music has started up. Why? Now looking around, a couple of little crawler jumper zombie guys. Stuck in the doorway. I love the way in this engine, the way the sort of the brightness adjusts when you look up at the sky and when you step outside. I think it really adds something. Now, ladders are things that I've learned to be cautious of. The first time I attempted to play this game, and this is the real first time I've actually managed to get good performance and join and actually do something, but the first time I climbed up a ladder, bugged at the top, fell and broke my legs and was eaten by zombies. So I'm a little bit nervous with ladders, as to whether something like that could happen again. So I'm like, great, another building with a roof, ladders slightly higher than this one perhaps, like, you know, a good way to get some visibility of other places I may want to go and to try and get some loot. You know, the objective when you first start is really to get as much loot as possible. gear yourself up to survive before you start making too much inroads into the center of the island. Often people tend to spawn at the coast, as I did. So I'm seeing, yep, there's another building there. It looks like there's some stuff on the floor. It's a 2-floor building. So that's again another potential target for me to go and see what's going on. Trying to be careful and considerate and delicately go down the ladder. Alright, I'm in place, and so I decide to descend the ladder. Just heading downstairs now. Thinking about checking out that other building. Again, I've come across nobody yet, and the zombie encounters I've had haven't been too bad. So I'm feeling pretty bold and thinking, you know, I can just sort of slowly make my way across here and hopefully not come into any trouble. But then the ominous music starts up. And using the left alt key there just to check behind me and think, you know, there might be something around this corner. No, not so lucky. Go around the left side. Doesn't look like there's a way into the building that way, so going here past the bus stop. You know, just checking around. Who knows who could have been inside that barbed up grocery store. Okay, around the front of the building. Looks like somebody's on the floor. Can hear the flies. Flies indicate their body generally. So I'm like, let's check it out. What happened to you? Taking a look around, see if anybody else might be having the same idea. Okay. Winchester, fantastic shotgun. Way better than what anything I've got at the moment. He's got some slugs on him. You know, this guy is pretty well loaded. Some food, fantastic. Binoculars, great. Hunting knife means I can cut up some meat. And he's got a check backpack. And I don't know, is this any good? And cue the inventory fiddling. It's a 16 slot backpack. That is definitely better than the one I've got. I've never come across anything as big as this before. So I'm like, I want this. How do I take it? And I decide to study the body. His name was unknown. It appears he died from an unknown cause. Which looks a bit like he was shot in the head to me, but okay. I'm wondering if this person died before I even connected to the server. So the game has no idea. My game anyway has no idea who he was. So I'm trying to unload the check backpack. Right, unload my backpack into the check backpack. I'm like, okay, so if I get rid of my patrol pack, how do I do this? Open bag. It's empty. And I'm trying to figure it out. And to be honest, even looking at it retrospectively, I'm not sure how I did it. And I'm wanting to do this quickly because a lot of people would love to have this backpack and all the goodies. So I think I've just switched it. So I'm like, great, yes, bigger backpack. Right, let's load up. Take the slugs for the Winchester. Again, avoiding the light stick, not really interested in it right now. 6 cans of Coke and a can of Pepsi and 2 water bottles. I will not be thirsty for some time. So this looks like some sort of a medical place. I originally wanted to go on the roof, so I'm like, let's make my way there. I'm feeling a bit nervous. I'll feel safer up on the roof. So again, precariously go up the ladder. pretty confident I'm not going to meet anyone up here, as I was looking at it from afar and couldn't see anything. Can we get to the top of the ladder? Again, looking for some loot. Can't really see anything at this point. Realize my Winchester seems to be empty, and I'm like, okay, what have I done wrong? Looks like I need to have my slugs in my main inventory out of my backpack. And I'm also thinking I'd like to use my binoculars so I can take a proper look around here and see if anyone else has joined me since I connected. And there we are, the binoculars. Pretty good range on them. This is really just me sort of testing out. Yep, the B button gets binoculars out. Fantastic. It's not an item that you select from the inventory or right-click in the inventory or on your scroll wheel. So just holding down the right mouse button here to do a little zoom in and take a peek around. So for a few of you guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to suck eggs here, but for a lot of people that are getting ArmA for the first time, and you know, have no familiarity with how the inventory system or anything works, hopefully these little tips, such as B for binoculars, is useful to someone. So again, I'm thinking, all quiet on the western front. The ominous crow cawing. I'm trying to look around. Oh, great, a ladder direct from the bottom up to where I am. I'm not feeling so secure now, but I guess I can shoot anyone that tries to come up, should they be hostile. Again, trying to look over on the horizon to see if there's anyone around. And again, can't see anyone at this point. Just checking the server by pressing P. Yep, there's definitely other people here. Just haven't come across them yet. And I hear gunfire. Where's that coming from? I really can't tell. I could just hear it. Lots of zombies over there, just strolling around, so he's probably not over there. Crouch down. I really don't want them to know that I'm up here. I've just got some amazing loot. Don't fancy losing it anytime soon. Random bug pops up. Can't see anybody on the hills. Where is it coming from? And I'm like, why isn't my Winchester working? I still haven't got the ammo in it. Take a step back and let's see if I can figure this out. Open my backpack. So when you open your backpack and you're just stood on your own, it sort of opens into the same gear screen. If you're actually looking at another thing like a pile of goods on the floor or a body, it sort of opens in a separate inventory space on the right. Nevertheless, I figure out, get the ammo out of my backpack, put some other crap in my backpack, and put the ammo in the weapon slot. And now my Winchester is locked and loaded. Again, I'm still a little bit nervous because of the gunfire. I thought that was someone, but it's not, just a zombie crawling around. I'm like, okay, let's see. Hang on a minute. Isn't there somebody on that roof over there? I haven't noticed him yet. And then I spot him. Let's get out the binoculars. Right. Who is this person? Was it them, you know, was it their gunshots I heard? Looks like a pretty interesting place to go and visit anyway. Just trying to decide, what do I do when I get there, you know? Am I just going to kill this guy? And I'm thinking, no, let's try and make contact. Let's try and be civil. I've just got this nice loot, so I don't want to lose it. Looks like he's only got a starter backpack and a pistol. Doesn't look like he'd be too much of a threat. So I'm just trying to decide, you know, in my own mind, do I hide? What am I going to do? You know, given this situation in real life, you probably would sort of take your time over this. And even though it's a game, I've just got this amazing loot I've never had before. I really don't want to lose it. My compass, my binoculars, my hunting knife. It'd be terrible. So I'm really giving it a lot of thought. And he's disappeared. Oh, he's back up there again. So I'm trying to communicate with him on the sort of global side channel. Give him a chance. You on the roof. Zombies in the background. I'm trying to be specific. You're just climbing down a ladder. Talk to me. Doesn't seem like he's interested in talking. So I have my suspicions there. And it is sort of northwest of my current position. Just trying out the compass. Because I've got it now. You have to get used to that. It's going to be nice to have. So I say, right, let's pay him a visit. Again, really nervous now about falling down the ladder, having acquired all this good loot. But the trick seems to be to initiate the ladder climb and wait until you're still in the climbing position before you decide to go down. Or up. There was a bug in the past where if you had a pistol, I believe, when you climbed to the top of the ladder, you'd fall back down anyway. And I'm like, oh great, he's waiting at the bottom of the ladder. Don't really want to go down this ladder then. Haven't tried out my new revolver yet, I don't think. So I'm not too sure. I'm thinking, is there a zombie down there? And I'm like, great, it's another ledge. So I make my way down, hoping that I might be able to secure the area a bit more if this zombie has decided it's going to wait for wherever I come down from. Which it does appear he's doing. I'm thinking, is there a ladder over here? How am I going to get out of this? Don't want to lose this nice loot. And don't want to make a ruckus if I can, because there's lots of zombies around here that I'm like, can I get to the edge? Nope, not quite. So I decide, right, I'm just going to bolt to the other end. He's going to be slower than me, and hope I get there before he turns up. Come on, ladder, let's get down this. Down we go. Where is he? Is he here? There he is. One shot with a revolver. Great gun. Now, I've made a noise. Who have I attracted? There's one coming. Need to be ready for him. Just wait, bide my time. He's definitely coming this way. Okay, one shot. Not too bad just yet. Nothing's gone terribly wrong. But the more noise I make, the more attraction the zombies will have to me. I think I'm super sexy, and I decide I'm just gonna run. I made a noise over there. I'd rather get away from that noise. Hear lots of zombie sounds, and they're all running over there, and I am thinking either somebody is really unlucky or I've just managed to get out of a situation which probably will have ended my life. I'm trying to pretend I'm not here now. Trusty Winchester slung over my shoulder. I decide to get it out. So I'm like, I don't want to die. That guy's going to be around now. He might have heard that. I heard him earlier. Oh, hello. One shot and he's down. Another one. I shot him in the nuts. Trying to get away. Running frantically to my destination. Let's hope this guy's not an ass. Again, I'm feeling a bit thankful that this is a shotgun. It doesn't need me to be too accurate. Right, cleared of those zombies. Running over. Let's see what this chap's like, if he's even still here. Take a breather, reload. Trying to be quiet, but the grass is nice and crispy. Can't get around that bush. Okay, cannot see him. Can see a cow. So that symbol means I can close what I'm looking at. So I realize now that I can close the gate, and I'm thinking it's a good idea. But I'm in the, again, it's a bit of finicky positioning to get that close icon up. There we go. And I'm like, crap, didn't close both gates. Not going to bother exposing myself to whoever might be on the roof. I'm looking for him, and I'm listening, and there's no sign of him. I'm just thinking maybe he's chilling on the roof. That's what I would do, especially if I saw another survivor coming over. Getting stuck in the bushes again. Taking a look up, nothing around there. I decide to go up. Again, you can see I'm getting that much more hungry and thirsty now, so something I've got to keep in mind. I'm pretty stocked up though. And I think, there he is! Maybe he saw me. I'm kneeling down, just trying to get a good sight on him. What's he up to? And I'm talking to him. That little microphone that comes up on the screen, I'm talking to him. Switching to direct channel, I'm saying, hey. And he's not answering, not on voice, not in text, and he's got some company. And I'm like, I could help him, and I'm saying, talk to me and I'll help you. You know, I can't help you, but you're gonna need to talk to me. I don't know if I can trust you. And he's running over, and I don't understand this building, but he's being chased. And I'm like, is he coming up? Can he come up? And doesn't look like it. And I'm like, I can't trust him. I want to, but he won't talk to me. I've tried to talk to him on a few different occasions now. I can hear panting, and I'm like, this isn't good for him. I'm like, do I shoot him? I think I might have to. All this loot, I'm gonna lose it. I can't risk it. He doesn't sound like he's doing too well. And I give him another second. I'm like, talk to me. No, he didn't. So I ended his life there and went in ahead just to make sure. And there, oh, I'm getting attacked by a zombie through the wall. And the flies are buzzing. He's dead. I'm not feeling good about it. I don't know. You know, how long has he been alive for? You know, have I just ruined his day? So I'm looking at his backpack. It looks like it's empty. So I decide to check out his gear. He doesn't have really anything. A wood pile. So he didn't have a whole lot of loot. So he must have been fairly new to the area. I just honestly lucked upon an amazing corpse, which I didn't think I'd say, honestly, anytime soon. But hey, he had some slugs as well, so he got a few things. He's probably been playing about the same time as me. And, you know, I can't say I didn't try and talk to him. And I do feel a little bad, but now I'm thinking, right, who else is going to come? And that's really how I spend my time now for the rest of this game. This session is just sort of trying to contemplate where I am now, what should I do next, what did I do to that guy, is there anyone else around here? It sounds like there's quite a few zombies around, just really sort of sharpen myself up a bit. So I'm gonna go explore the roof. Any loots up here? I mean, this guy, he's obviously been around here for a while, so I'm thinking if there was anything worth taking, he's probably already picked it up and it would have been on his body. Just a few zombies around. I can't really see anything worthwhile. Remember, there are a few places in town that I have yet to explore, and maybe it's worth going back, but it is such a risky area to be, especially if there are other survivors. So I kind of feel like I might quit while I'm ahead in that area. But look, another building similar to this one. Could be some good loots over there. What I want to do though is really just clear out and make sure that this area is safe. That I've explored everything and it's as closed up as possible. And I'm finding the binoculars very, very valuable. I mean, I wouldn't have really known about this guy properly had it not been for those binoculars. So whoever died outside the pharmacy or hospital, thanks. Unknown. So, right, so you have to open up your inventory and right-click on your water and drink it if you want to drink, and likewise with food. Yum. Sardines. There are vehicles that you can get in this game. They need to be repaired though, so you need to get those parts. It's not that easy. Collecting all the parts, having the inventory space, and then finding the vehicle. Even helicopters you can actually get in and use. And I'll tell you now from my experience in Arma 2, they are not your standard easy affair in terms of being able to fly them. Think Battlefield 2, but harder. And you can see on the right hand side now, the mask is now like an angry face, so I think that I might be considered a bandit now, which is pretty harsh, but hey. So I decided I want to get down, but there's lots of zombies around, and I want to get down safely. I don't have another player to distract them for me. So I'm like, okay, I can hop down on that ledge. Hopefully, I will not have any problems. Okay, no broken legs, fantastic. Kill him and his friend. And I'm like, okay, ooh, interesting open area. It looks pretty empty though. And I hop down and I don't know what I've done. I don't know what that sign means, whether or not I've got a sprained ankle or anything, so I'm like, let's drug up, see if I can fix it. And another visitor, miss him once, a foolish mistake. And I think, this gun's probably louder than the Makarov. So, it says morphine used for severe pain, such as those from fractures. I'm like, does that mean a fracture? Let's try it. Does it go away? No. Like, should I use painkillers? Pain relief and inflammation caused by moderate wounds. Do I take them? Oh, I decide not to for now. I'm like, they're good for other things as well. I'll hold on to them. This doesn't seem to have affected me that much at the moment. I don't really have any painkillers spare. And again, somebody had barricaded this up. Could it have been the same guy that barricaded the grocery store? Maybe, maybe not. I'm like, crap. Close up, close up. And again, they've clipped through. One bullet each. Again, the revolver seems to be the best pistol that I've come across. and I'm very lucky to have found it so soon. So an MP5 mag there. Never come across any sort of a machine gun or a semi-automatic weapon like an MP5 or an M16 or a rifle or anything like that. Some feet. This engine is not perfect, but I think as an overall experience, it really does deliver, and it can really only get better. ArmA II is, I think, due out by the end of the year, and rumor has it that DayZ is already working in that engine. The developer, the guy that made this mod, actually works for Bohemia Interactive, who are the people that have made ArmA and ArmA II and are making ArmA III. So that bodes well. Nice, more bandages. So I decide to bandage up for no reason. I'm not bleeding. I have no idea why I decided to do that. But hey, there's another one on the floor. I get to pick it up. So I think actually, I'm using the bandage and I'm using the painkillers, and I'm like, will that icon go away? What have I done to my leg or whatever? But it just won't go away, so I guess I just live with it for a while. And maybe it'll heal over time. And that's it, folks, for this adventure. Come and join us at kingsfall.net if you want to have any discussions around DayZ. And if you like the video, maybe we will do another episode. I've tried to give a bit more of an educational spin on it this time, to give people who are totally new to ArmA II, ArmA II's engine, and DayZ a little bit of a hint about the controls and what the different icons mean, because it is very much a deep end experience if you're coming from that point of view. But I hope you enjoy the video. See you next time.